Hello, everybody, and welcome. Tuesday, January 9th. Already 9 days into the new year. So we're going to wait for everybody to get in here. Please don't forget to hit that like button on your way in. Lets everybody know that we are live. There she is. Hey, sis. So we're going to go over a few things today and hopefully clear up some misconceptions with things that are going around. And I know in my last video, I said we were going to look more into that one little video that came out just after the incident, I'm going to say, at 1122 King Road with Maddie and Kaylee leaving the bar. Hello, Nina. Good morning. Also today, please keep Rose, she goes by Shh here, in your prayers today as she is going for her surgery today. So we are keeping her, I just got full body shivers. We're going to keep her in our prayers today and hope for the best outcome possible from her surgery that she is having today. Thank you guys for smashing that like. If you have not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're made aware when I go live, when I do updated reads, etc., etc. Please share it out. Smash that like button. Thank you, you guys. I see you guys smashing the like. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so the first thing I want to address, we're going to address what exactly is out there. You know what I mean? Hang on a sec. I just got a message here, you guys. My mama saying good morning. They're 2 hours behind, so it's only 10 o'clock in the morning in Yellowknife. But anyway, good morning, Norma. K. Mitch, good morning. So a lot of people are on the fence whether Bryan Kohberger is guilty, whether he's innocent, what's going on. They don't have enough. I read the affidavit, the PCA affidavit. They don't have enough. We're going to talk about that because there's information there that you guys need to know. But what I want to go over first, before we get to the comment that Maddie made, I told Adam everything, and a bunch of other stuff that I want to go over, just so we're all understanding what's going on. There has been some new filings in the case. I want to go over them briefly first, and then we're going to jump into this. Okay, let me just share my screen here. All right, so there we go. Good afternoon, Glavana. Good afternoon. Sorry about that, you guys. Somebody keeps trying to hack my Facebook, try to change the password, but that don't work. It's locked down. So let's go full screen with this. Okay, so hopefully this pops up when I click on it. We already know that the defense has filed motions for interlocutory things. And what they want to do, what that means, we're not going to go over this because it's just showing that it's sealed. So what does that mean? what they want is they want an appeal done before the even end of anything more in this case. So before they go to trial and before there's a judgment, they want to appeal what the judge has already decided regarding the grand jury indictment and stuff like that. We still don't have any information, and this is just checked this morning, as you can see on my screen. I still don't have any information about this IGG. Okay. Now, I've really looked into a lot of this IGG stuff, and it's not anything new. This is not the first time police have used this type of investigative tool. And that's exactly what this is. What they did is when they seen that knife sheath, because I want to make this really clear, because I really don't think people are understanding what happened. They find this knife sheath, they send it to try and get some DNA off it. They get a piece of DNA off of the snap, right? So they get a profile for that DNA that was found on the snap. That's a full profile, okay? Whether it's touch DNA, whether it's blood, whether it's whatever it is, they get a profile. So a lot of people are saying, well, it's touch DNA. Well, to me, touch DNA, that's the only DNA they found on that knife was a piece of touch DNA. I'm leaning, and in my opinion only, I'm leaning towards that is more as whoever's DNA that was touched that knife sheath. A lot of people are talking about touch DNA being transferred. Well, I would kind of agree with that could have happened, but not from somebody else. We know that Bryan Kohberger bought a Dickie outfit. I've shown it in previous videos. And it was like an outfit. So if he had bought an all-in-one Dickies jumper, okay, that men use, mechanics use these things and everything, there's no belt loops on that, which means the knife sheath, in order to have it on your side or on your back or whatever, you need to loop it through a belt loop, right? So because this specific Dickies uniform does not have belt loops, he would have had to put it in a pocket, right? If he put it in a pocket of that Dickies outfit, that's where the touch DNA could have came from. When he was putting on the outfit, when he put his hands in his pockets before, not even thinking, like he was trying to be smart, but he really wasn't. You know what I mean? So as he's, putting on this Dickies outfit and everything else, he's putting his DNA all over that outfit. Okay? Skin cells. There could be hair that's dropped off him onto this uniform. I'm sorry for the cough. So he could have got that touch DNA on that snap himself. So when he gets there, he's got his little Dickies uniform on. He gets there. He puts the knife in his pocket. When he enters, he takes the knife out. Probably has gloves on by this time. That's why there's no other DNA on that knife. If it was somebody else, their DNA would have been on there too. It was a single source touch DNA, which tells me it's from whoever opened that snap. So that is going to be really something big that they're going to be fighting in court. But let's get back to the IGG. Hello, Sybil. So what they did is when they take that, they get that DNA sample off the snap, they get a profile. That profile is entered into CODIS. Okay, there'll be all these different markers or whatever on it. It's entered into CODIS. When they did that, there was no hit in CODIS. So they used that profile and sent that profile off to these different Ancestry and Me and 1 and Me and 2 and Me or whatever the hell they are to try and get some kind of information on it. And they did. there was a tree that was made. Now, that's an investigative tool, which I don't really know if they have to disclose that. And that's what the judge is going to rule on at some point in time. He's got all the information as to what was done now, and he's going to make that decision. We've been waiting for it for quite some time now. So when that tree and everything get back and they narrowed, they started looking through this tree that was made, they found that whoever left that DNA sample that was found on the snap was an offspring of Michael, I think his name is Michael Kohberger, which is Bryan's father, a male offspring. So they started looking into that. He only has one son, which is Bryan. So they start investigating Bryan more. Okay. They start gathering information and whatnot. They then see that he is leaving. He's going, like, by then they've got his GPS, any GPS that they could have got, maybe on his car. I don't know. I don't know exactly what they got. None of us know. But what I do know is they did follow him. They had him followed. That's been leaked out to Pennsylvania, I believe it is, where his parents live. They staked out the house, and when garbage was thrown out, they got another DNA sample from that trash, which again linked Bryan's father to that DNA that was found on the snap. So once they got all of this stuff put together, including other things, they watched CCTV because now they know Bryan Kohberger's phone number. So they subpoenaed those records. They seen his dealings, where he was that night, the next morning, everything else. So ding, ding, ding. Then they see that he owns a white car, a white Elantra that they were looking for. Ding, 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 ding. And now the DNA that was left on the sheath is connected to his father. So they're watching him. They follow or have him follow to Pennsylvania. They get this garbage. It is the DNA from that garbage is linked again to an offspring of Bryan Kohberger's father, a male offspring. So they have probable cause at this point to arrest Bryan Kohberger. When they arrest Bryan Kohberger, they take a buccal swab. That buccal swab matches the DNA profile that was found on the snap of the knife sheath. So no matter how they got to that, point with finding the father and all this, to me at this point, and I may be wrong, but to me, it's just mute at this point, because they have a profile who they didn't know who that profile belonged to on the knife, the knife snap, that little snap on the sheath. Now they have a match to it when they get Bryan Kohberger's DNA. Right? So everything else to me right now is mute. It matches. How they got there, it doesn't really matter. It matches. Now, if they would have got arrested somebody else and took their buccal swab and it matched the knife sheath, then you're busted. You know what I mean? That's, well, not, just not one thing like that. But I think it's a big piece of evidence. And I think that the prosecution is going to present that properly. I'm going to be interesting to find out how you guys think. You can put it in the comments, whatever. So we're going to, just put that IGG stuff to rest. We're going to see and wait on what the judge decides. Is the defense going to get any of this information? Is it discoverable? If it is, how much is discoverable? How much is, their work product? How much do they have to turn over, if anything? So over here, this interlocutory, like I just said, it's an appeal before the court case is even heard. I don't think the judge is going to give it. Now, this is, I'm going to show you guys this. I think this is hilarious. Okay. This news, stop it, get out of there. This news station, KXLY, news organization. We can see it right here. It's not going to let me click on it right there. We can see it right there. They filed a request for approval of judge proposed order. Directions, it tells you the directions. They filed a request to be able to video and audio record, broadcast, and photograph the proceedings on the 26th. The judge quickly denied this and told him, go see my order that I ordered back in right here, denied. Go see my order. The judge made an order on this already. Hello, Sharon, and welcome, Marie. Marie, welcome. Sharon, welcome. Please smash that like button on your way in. So the judge had already ruled on this. No other news station has requested to try and get in there to do this because they know about the order. So this news station not doing their due diligence and checking for orders regarding this, to me, I just find is very unprofessional. A waste of the court's time. So let's get rid of that. Okay, so we have a new order here. And this one's kind of interesting. Let's just see here and go over this quickly. This order governs, this is an order that the judge just made. This order governs courtrouse and courtroom. Let me just make this bigger. There we go. Conduct and media activities in this case. This order shall supersede any prior order governing courthouse and courtroom conduct. The court is mindful of the need to balance the constitutional right of the defendant to a fair hearing and the public's right to information in conjunction with the constitutional and statutory rights of the media to attend the proceedings. This is going to get interesting, you guys, because there's some stuff in here that blows me away. The court's interest in maintaining order in an environment that permits all participants to focus on their responsibilities without undue distractions. And the court's interest in the safety of the public and the court personnel and the need to follow all Idaho Supreme Court orders as may be changed or amended from time to time. With these factors in mind, pursuant to Idaho Court Administrative Rules, ICAR 45 and 49, it is hereby ordered. Seating for victims' family, counsel, defendant's family, and court personnel. Certain seating may be reserved for counsel, authorized court personnel, and the defendant's family and the victims' families. General public media seating. The public and members of the media may be permitted in the courtroom as space permits on a first-come, first-served basis. No persons may reserve seats. No standing in the courtroom will be allowed. Seating in the front bar. No person other than court personnel designed by the court, the defendant and counsel, and their assistants shall be permitted to sit in the front of the bar of the courtroom without specific authorization by the court. Entry and exit. This is normal. Spectators, including members of the media and the public, shall be seated before court is in session during any portion of the hearing. No entry or re-entry to the courtroom shall be permitted while court is in session. No movement around the courtroom will be allowed during court proceedings. Security. All persons entering the courtroom are subject to security screening. No food, beverage, firearms, or other weapons are permitted in the courthouse. All handbags, backpacks, or purses are prohibited in the courtroom. So you got to leave your purse and all your stuff in the car. Any personal property items are subject to inspection. Cell phones. Here's where things get interesting. All cell phones are permitted inside the courthouse, but must be turned off and stowed out of view during the proceedings and any court recess. While inside the courtroom, cell phones shall not be used for texting, emailing, recording, or transmitting audio, images, or written accounts of the proceedings to platforms such as Facebook, Twitter, former X, Instagram, YouTube, blogs, or any similar platforms or websites while inside of the courtroom. Cell phones may only be used outside of the courtroom. Violation of this rule may result in confiscation of the phone by the court, a bailiff, or other court personnel. Now listen to this. This is where it gets interesting. Computers, laptops, and other similar devices are permitted in the courtroom for note-taking only and may only be used in a manner that does not interfere with the court proceedings. Cameras and microphones on electronic devices must be disabled while inside the courtroom. Electronic devices shall not be used to email, chat, record, or transmit audio, images, or written accounts of the proceedings to platforms, which means like when they are not, and even when they are allowing us to stream or see what's happening in the courtroom, usually there's a lot of the news media on Twitter tweeting out what's going on in the courtroom. Well, they're not allowed to do that. Absolutely not. Now they can take notes and everything, and then they can maybe give us stuff later that is maybe stuff we're not going to see. Let's get into that. Destructive behavior. Any activity or behavior which is considered destructive by the court will result in removal from the courtroom. Any spectator who creates a visual or auditory disturbance of the court proceedings may be removed from the courtroom and or building at any time at discretion of the court. So no video recording, no still photography, nothing. Okay? So this is where this gets interesting. This whole section right here, portion of proceedings that will not be live streamed. The court operated live stream, which means the court has complete control. Coverage of the proceedings will not include audio or video of closed hearings. Cool. Private bench conferences. It's usually not anyway. Between the court and counsel. Conferences between an attorney and client, or conferences among counsel. That's all understandable. The video audio recording may be stopped or paused at any time by order of the court to protect sensitive witnesses, exhibits, members of a trial jury, or for any other reason the court deems necessary. Do you know what that means? This means they are giving the public the right to see this trial because it's supposed to be open and transparent, right? But because the court is the only ones that are going to show us this, at any time they can cut the live stream. So say Dylan gets on the stand and she doesn't want to be on the stream, they'll cut it, which means we will never get to hear what Dylan says unless later on one of the news reporters puts it in a report at the end of the day. They could cut the cameras for her, for Bethany, for really important parts of this case can be still hidden from us. How can the public make an informed decision in their mind whether Bryan Kohberger is innocent or guilty unless we hear it all? I don't think this is fair. Now, if they were underage, like a child had to get on the stand or whatever, I understand that. Blocking out the video of it. So I'm hoping they just cut the video and not the audio so we can at least still hear it. We are entitled to hear that. We need all the information that's coming out to be able to make an informed decision on what we think. So there's no more of this conspiracy theories. We need to hear it all. So I find it very odd that the judge has made this order. He hasn't specified exactly what would constitute deeming necessary to protect sensitive. What does that mean? The photos, if there are gruesome photos, I get it. We don't need to see it. We know what happened. And I don't want to see it. We know what happened. But to be able to hear a witness and see a witness testify, we need to hear that. And then it goes on about vehicle parking, where they've got to park. And then they set up about the security, disruptive behavior. They've already gone over that. And what the bottom of this is just a map, where the courthouse is. No media staging all around the court. Media has to go all over here. They are not allowed to do interviews or anything on any of the court property. I feel like this is going a step too far, but what do, right? So no media staging, even on the public sidewalk or streets. Like, I don't know what kind of jurisdiction they would have over that. That's a public street and public sidewalk. I don't see how they could stop the public from being on the public sidewalk. I don't get it. But they are like trying to blanket this. So much more blanketing, just like they've done through the whole case. So that is that. And now we have, I just seen this on X too. That was filed yesterday. Defendant's notice filing of impound information, the grand jury minutes. 1-8, defendant's motion to impound, defendant's motion to dismiss indictments and memorandum in support thereof and grand jury minutes and exhibit lodged into defendant's motion to dismiss indictments. Affidavit of Alan J. Jackson in support of the defendant's motion to impound, defendant's motion to dismiss and supporting exhibits and certificate of service. Whew. Let me take a sip of my coffee. What does this mean? This is just another way of saying they want all this sealed. So they want anything sealed, any responses, any more filings, any affidavits, any this, any that. They just want it all impounded and sealed, as well as all the other stuff that we see, over here with all this sealing. They just want to add to it, and they're adding this Alan Jackson. So that's what impounded means. It just means sealing it, handing it to the court, and it being sealed. So nobody other than the defense, court, and prosecution can see it. Motion to temporary seal objection. I haven't seen this yet, you guys. So motion to temporarily seal objection to defendant's motion to reconsider orders denying motions to dismiss indictment and in the alternative for permission to appeal from interlocutory orders and a stay of proceedings. I don't think the judge is going to give this at all. Zero chance, I think. The judge is never going to say, okay, I made a mistake. I'm wrong. Go ahead. No. Okay, so they're asking for a temporary order sealing the state's objection to the defendant's motion to reconsider orders denying motions to dismiss the indictment and in the alternative for permission to appeal from interlocutory orders and a stay of proceedings. I already told you what interlocutory means. And a stay of proceedings herein because release or disclosure would interfere with enforcement proceedings, deprive a person of a right to a fair trial or an impartial adjudication, constitute an unwarranted invasion of personal privacy, disclose the identity of a confidential source, Disclose investigative techniques and procedures. The undersigned seek this protection pending a hearing on the matter. And they are going to have a hearing on this matter. And this is the state of Idaho that filed this. This is interesting. This all is interesting. So what else do we got? And this is what the judge ordered. So this is the order. Based upon the state's motion to temporarily see objection. I'm not even reading through all that again. Indictment and a trial for permission to appeal from interlocutory orders and a stay of proceedings exempt from disclosure and are sealed. So they're saying that all this information they filed to try and get this interlocutory appeal going and all this stuff, everything is under seal. Hello, Susan. How are you, my dear? Just got your notice? Well, smash that like button because that's what helps us get out there so people get the notices. So that's what that is. Now, I want to go over what's going on with this crap, okay? Because I just got something else here. Hang on a sec. Okay. Everybody's going, they don't got enough. I read the affidavit. They don't got enough. Don't forget, they got that affidavit, the person probable cause affidavit. They got that, or they got the arrest and everything. When they got that, and they made the probable cause affidavit, they didn't have the information that they do have now. Okay, so now after that, they've got the search warrants, they've got more CCTV footage, they've done interviews, they've done more testing. We don't know what else has been found because everything is sealed. They may have well found more DNA from either the victims in Bryan's possession, either at his apartment, his office, his car, his parents' house. We don't know because everything is under seal. So we don't know what they have gotten since his arrest. The investigation doesn't stop once he's arrested. I know they have more CCTV footage. Little things here and there have slipped. Right? So there's that. We also know Idaho Mormons are not transparent. That's what Marie Burks just said. Idaho is always so secretive and shoddy. Yeah, so when it comes, I think Dylan is being attacked like badly, and I don't think it's very fair. They put very little, I can almost guarantee you, they put very little of Dylan's interview in that probable cause affidavit. They put a snippet of what they needed to show that they probably have the right guy. Probable cause. They didn't put what she said in that full interview. Other things she may have said or seen or heard or did or didn't do or what. We don't know. We don't know what happened when she closed and locked her door after seeing Bryan. We don't know. Do they have that information? Bet your boots they do. But they're not giving it to us right now. But they have it. Don't kid yourself. And just because something isn't in the probable cause affidavit doesn't mean they don't have something or have tons of other stuff. That probable cause was issued to get an arrest warrant. They put as minimal as possible that they need. They're not going to put Dylan's full interview and every single thing she said. They put exactly what they needed to show probable cause from each and everything that they used, like the GPS, like his phone and his pings, like Dylan, etc. Okay? Now, we've seen some other things come out where they have done searches and that. We've seen the list of the searches. I'm telling you what I'm seeing is there was comments made that probably shouldn't have been made. And I think that's why the judge has really gone hard on this non-dissemination order, because things were being leaked. And we do know that they did a search warrant on Amazon for a K-bar knife. And from what I understand, he purchased one a couple of months before the murders. So what does that tell us? We know they searched his apartment. We know that they searched his car. We know that they searched his office. We know that they searched his parents' house. And the K-bar knife was not found. So what does that tell us? Hello, positive vibes. Welcome. It tells us that Bryan Kohberger bought this knife, but it's nowhere to be found. Why would that be? I guess at this point, like I said, I'm 95%. No, I'm going to say 90% that he did it, but I want to hear the trial. I want to hear everything before I say 100%. Did Bryan Kohberger give that knife to somebody else that just happened to be exactly where Bryan Kohberger was at the time of the murders? We don't know. But it doesn't look good for Bryan, because the knife wasn't found, but there was a K-bar knife sheath found with his DNA on it. Found under Madison Mogan, partially under her and under the comforter, from what I understand. So when you put all this together, it's very damning. Very damning. Then you add him going out at that time towards Moscow, his phone going towards Moscow and then turning off, his car caught, if it is his car, and I'm sure that they're going to have evidence to prove that if they're using it, back and forth all around that house at the time just before the murders, and then taking off just minutes after the murders were thought to have occurred. Then his phone going back on as he leaves Moscow and takes the long way home, an hour, almost an hour's drive, to get back to his apartment, when he could have gone back the same way he came and it only take him 10 minutes instead of an hour. Now, a lot of people are saying, oh, well, Bryan Kohberger did this all the time. This was on a Sunday night, right? Or a Saturday night into Sunday, whichever it was. When did he sleep? Is this normal for somebody who is in, and I can tell you, because I worked in the legal system in criminal justice for over 30 years here in Canada, and I'm telling you, the courses are hard. So somebody who is taking far more than what I did, why is he up all hours of the night like this? Okay, they say, well, he was out driving around. He does that often because he can't sleep. But you got to look at the time that he left. Right? So he's up all night. All night. And we can see that by his phone pings and CCTV footage of him leaving Pullman, what time he left, what time his phone was shut off or turned off or airplane mode, whatever he did. We don't even know that yet. And then 4:21 or 4:23 a.m., it comes back on, and he's now just outside of Moscow, Idaho. And he's going in the same direction as that white car that was going around the neighborhood went on Walenta and then down. So his phone shows him coming close to Genesee. But the thing is, where his phone starts pinging, where he turns his phone back on, to get to that point from the King Road house should have only taken him like 10 minutes. It took him 23 minutes or something like that, along them lines. So what did he do in that missing time frame? That's when I think he disposed of the weapon and the clothing and any evidence. However he covered that up. I'm sure he looked into it, because we know he was asking everybody to comment on, if they'd done crimes, how they did it, how they felt, what did they do, how did they prepare. I don't know what kind of answers he got, but it seems kind of fishy to me. So did he learn how to, protect himself from getting anything on him? Did they find anything in his car? I know they found a dog hair. Was that Murphy's? We've not heard anything about Bryan Kohberger having a dog. And they can do DNA testing on dog hairs. But we don't know. This is all stuff that would have been done after the probable cause affidavit. When they found that dog hair, that is going to be something that is really interesting. Right? Does that dog hair that they found in Bryan Kohberger's possessions match Kaylee Goncalves' dog, Murphy? So you're seeing how little bits and little bits and little bits become big bits and big things, right? Then there's the DoorDash driver, right? So we know that at 4:00 in the morning, Zaina received that DoorDash. We know that Zaina and Ethan were the last ones whose lives were taken. And she was still alive to get her DoorDash. That DoorDash driver has been talked to, I can guarantee you, and probably more times than what he wanted to be. Right? So with everything combined and all the information that they have found out since his arrest, we don't know about. And for them this is going to give you an indication on how solid the prosecution thinks their case is he's not just charged now with first degree, 4 times. He's also facing the death penalty. You got to have a pretty solid case to go for the death penalty. So what else do I want to go over? Oh, I wanted to go over this. Whoops, hang on. I want to go over this. Let me share it with you and let me make sure the volume's up. Is it this one? This one. Okay. You also have this. I want to know what Maddie said to Adam. Adam was interviewed. And I think that I don't think this hoodie guy has anything to do with it. But let's play it. Let's just play it.
What did you say to Adam?
I told Adam everything. Kaylee says, Maddie, what did you say to Adam? And Maddie says, I told Adam everything. What did you tell Adam? I believe that that is going to give us a huge clue as to what happened to these 4 college students. Let's continue. I'm gonna play it a couple times.
What did you say to Adam? I told Adam everything. What did you say to Adam? I told Adam everything.
Okay. Maddie, what did you say to Adam? Like, I told Adam everything. I want to know what was said because I think that that is a big part of this also. It's under seal. It's under seal. Crafts and crime says, then they are going to get you for that. I don't know what you're talking about here, Crafts and Crimes. Don't forget. Don't forget. Then they are going to get you for that. Don't forget. I don't understand what you're saying. Yeah, I heard it as clear as day too. Yeah, like he leaves his place. He's in the area, driving around in Moscow. Then he's by that house. He leaves at 4:20. Takes him an hour to get back to Pullman. He gets back to his apartment. He's back in Moscow at 9 o'clock in the morning in the area of King Road again, probably going back, going, oh my God, can I get in the back and see if that knife sheath is there? He leaves there again. Then he's way down, farther down, going in by some coffee shop and picking up stuff and this and that. Like, when did this guy sleep? Cross and Crime says, then the hoodie guy, I didn't hear that. Let's play it again because I didn't hear the hoodie guy say they're going to get you for that. So let's hear it again. I've got it cranked up and I've got my earphones in. So let's hear it again. Okay, I'm just going to play it myself, you guys, just for a minute. And if I do hear it, I will put it back. I don't hear any of that, you guys. And it plays for a little bit more, and I don't hear it. I'm going to listen. Crafts and Crime, and this is no disrespect to you at all. I'm going to hear the official. I'm going to go. So you can see that this is from Fox News. I'm going to go from what they've got because they've got the official. Because people alter videos. That's how the fake news gets out. People alter videos, they alter pictures, and that's why I don't go by anything that I cannot say is verified. Fox News put this out, and I listened a little bit more too, where that should have been on there. So I can't take the chance that somebody didn't alter a video to put that in there to make it sound like, and we know there's some pretty good people out there that have altered videos. photos, stuff like that. So that's why I don't do it here. You can send it to me and I'll take a look at it. And if you have who it came from, would be great. You can't put links in chat, but you can email it to me. You can email it to me, Crafts and Crime, and I will check it before we jump off here. If you can get it emailed to me, I will check it out first. You're saying I agree, but it's the original. Okay. Send it to my email, above and beyond Ancestor. Don't put the readings in there. Just above and beyond Ancestor at outlook.com. Stay-at-home mom detectives. Hello. Miss Always Right Ryan. Hello. Okay, Cross and Crime. Thank you. Positive Vibes. Hello, everybody. Thank you, sister, for putting that up. So I know the video that I just showed you is the actual video footage. And I can almost guarantee you that that comment that was made or question that Kaylee posed to Maddie is going to be a big part of this. And if what Crafts and Crime says is true, and I'm not saying that Crafts and Crimes is lying at all. Please don't take it that way, Crafts and Crime. She says that somebody has an original video where the hoodie guy says, then they are going to get you for that. Don't forget. I have never heard that. And depending on where it has come from, let me just get my email up here so I can see when she sends it. What's this Vine message? Sorry, you guys, I just got into my email. It says this email is to inform you of a court case status change involving the defendant, Lori Vallow, in case number CR 222111. The new case status is pending. Uh-oh. I don't know what that means. I'll have to look into that, you guys. Ooh. Okay, so while we wait for that to come through on my email, let's look at this. Okay, temporary order. Temporary order sealing objection to defendant's motion to reconsider. So this is based on the state's motion to temporarily seal objections to the defense's motion to reconsider orders denying motions to dismiss the indictment and in the alternative for permission, which they're not going to get. They are not going to get permission to appeal from the interlocutory orders and a stay of proceedings. They're not going to get it. Pending a hearing, filed herein, and no objection from the defense counsel, the court does hereby confirm and order that the objection to the defendant's motion to reconsider indictment and everything is sealed. So they've sealed everything. No, I don't believe there is. I think what we're going to have to do is if they do decide to censor us, like this is the trial now. The public is allowed to see that, and you're going to video stream it. So you guys buckle up for that, because once that trial starts, I will be streaming that. But they're going to censor what we can see and what we can't. How do you make an informed, educated decision if you're not seeing all the evidence or hearing all the evidence? And like I said before, I don't believe anybody, we shouldn't see, other than the jury. I don't think we should be able to see the gruesome photos. I really don't. So hopefully they do block those. But testimony, especially from like somebody like Dylan, I want to hear it in full, not just what's in the probable cause affidavit. I want to hear it in full. So it's going to be interesting, you guys. Okay. Okay, let me just see here. What's this? I got a notification, but I can't see it. Hang on. Okay. There was something else here too I wanted to bring up, but now I can't find it. Yes, you guys, keep your fingers crossed too for Miss Missy. She is in Florida, the top part of Florida. I'm not going to say exactly where, but the top part of Florida where these tornadoes were hitting. And there's a lot of damage. I'm looking at some of the photos now. Gabby Petito stuff, you guys, is still hot on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. The laundries are really trying to put up a fight. And it's not going to work. But there was something else here regarding Bryan that I wanted to go over. Was this it? Brian Enton's not too happy about not being able to live tweet from the courtroom, that's for sure. Okay, where is that? Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to scroll for it here. It seems everybody on Twitter is just going over it now. Some of the news reporters, what I just showed you in the documents that just came out. So is there anything while I'm trying to find this, you guys? I see JB Buno is going over it too. Is there anything that you guys want to ask that you think maybe I can answer? Or hello, 11. Hello says, do you think it's much bigger than it appears, like something within the university? No, I think this was very personal towards two of the females. And I believe Maddie and Kaylee, and I believe Kaylee was the main target. And I think Ethan and Zaina were collateral damage. I've said that right from day one. And a lot of people are jumping on board with what I came out with within the first couple of days. I said, no, everybody was saying that Ethan and Zaina were killed first. And then Maddie, I said, no, that's not how it happened. Like my cards, especially my ancestor cards. No, I believe exactly what they said. And right at the beginning, you guys, like before we knew anything, I called out the type of person who it was going to be. I will link that up top of this video when I can edit. Let me just grab it for you and I will post it in the chat. Long before we even knew who Bryan Kohberger was, I'm just trying to find it here. Let me see if I can get it that way. Oh, no, I gotta search my channel. Hang on. Okay, here it is here. Okay, so I got the link. I'm going to post it right now in chat, you guys. Long before we even knew who Bryan Kohberger was, there it is right there. You guys might want to go and check that video out, and you can check and see exactly what day it is and everything. Let me just put that up, and let me see if I can copy it. Oh, I can't. I got to go and get it again. Hang on. It was streamed on December 8th. Let's go view it on YouTube. And I'm going to show you guys how, whoops. I'm going to show you guys how you can see. Let me just bring it over here. So I can show it with you, for you. Let me get back to your StreamYard. Present, share screen. Okay, so here it is here. If you go down here and it says streamed a year ago, if you click on that, you can see, right, whoops. Oh, it keeps going away as soon as I move off it. But you can see down below, streamed live on December 8th. So that was just after he was arrested. Before we even knew Bryan Kohberger's name, I called it out exactly that he would be at the university, that he would be like an instructor or somebody who gives like, I forget what I called it now. Like speaks, you know what I mean? And that it was personal. A lot of information came out in that. And I said that the police already had a suspect. By then they had the knife sheath. But we didn't know any of that. Lectures. Thank you, sister. So we didn't know any of what came out in that read. We didn't know any of that yet. He had just been arrested. So Wes Barnaby says, sorry to disagree, but I do think the university is involved, and that's why BK might be involved. You could be right, Wes Barnaby. And disagreeing is cool as long as it's done respectfully, and that's what you did, and it's respectful. So I appreciate that, and I respect your thoughts. And you're not alone. There's a lot of people that think exactly that. So there's that. You're not alone. I think as many people that think he did do it, there's just as many that think he didn't. and everybody has their own reasons why. And, you know, it is what it is. You're entitled to your opinion, whether you think he did or he didn't do it. And you're entitled to your reasonings why you think the way you do. We're both sides are going to have to wait until this trial. And like I said, right now, I think 90% he did it. Could that change? Absolutely. Hearing the trial could absolutely change my opinion. So thank you for your comment, Wes Barnaby, and thank you for it being respectful. Positive advice says your reads are always spot on. Not always. I am wrong. I'm only human. Okay, hang on a second. Let me go back. I just got rid of it again. Hang on a sec. Let me see. Oh, I didn't even look. My dear, I didn't look. Pause it. I'll bring it back up on screen so we can look at it together. Present. Share. Okay, let me take Ryan's. Okay, so here it is here. 1 year ago, it was streamed on December 8th, 2022. He was not arrested until December 30th. Right? So 22 days later, he was arrested after I did this video. Hang on a sec. I don't want to play the whole thing, so let me just stop sharing for a second, you guys. And let me... Okay, let me just get to one of the parts because I want you to go and watch it. Just give me a second, you guys. Okay. Let me go right here. Do you guys want to see a small snippet of where it describes Bryan Kohberger on December 8th, long before he was arrested? I can show you a snippet of it, and then you guys can go and watch the full video. Play it? Okay. Okay, let me make it bigger here, you guys. You can see this is my video, Above and Beyond Ancestor, streamed 1 year ago. And you can see, like, look down. Oh, watch this area right here when I click on the date, and it'll show you December 8th, 2022, long before he's arrested. Okay, so let me make it bigger so you guys can see it. Oh, did I share the audio? You guys put a 1 in the chat if you can hear it once I start, please. And here I am about to ask, give me some indication of this guy. Let me just back it up just so you can hear what I'm asking. Have it type thing. Okay, so that's what I'm getting from that. Now, I'm going to ask, can you please give me a description? What is this person like? What are the characteristics of this person? Anything that you can tell us about him, the perpetrator, personally. Okay, so I'm going to stop it so I don't copyright myself. I'm just joking. I'm asking of the perpetrator who committed this, give me information on him. This is December 8th. This is like 8 days after he was arrested. Okay. We knew nothing about him. All we knew is his name was Bryan Kohberger, right? Personally. Actually, no, we didn't even, hang on a second. Actually, we didn't even know that Bryan Kohberger, that it was Bryan Kohberger, because I did this. I'm confusing myself, you guys. I did this on December 8th. You can see right down there in that little gray box that pops up when you put your cursor over this. This was long before his name was ever mentioned and 22 days before his arrest. We only found out his name and who he was, what he did, and everything at the end of December. Okay? Like I said, you're going to have to go back and watch the whole video, but I'll let it play because I know I will not copyright strike myself. This is my video. Cards, you guys, coming out in reverse. Look at that. Okay. So we got the Knight of Wands upright. We've got the World upside down. We've got the Ten of Swords. And we've got the Magician. Okay, so the World is upside down. We're going to put that up here. Okay, so I've asked to describe this person. The World is upside down. So this is going to tell me that the person wasn't successful. So if he was part of that college or whatever, he wasn't successful in what he was attempting to do with his life. Okay, did you hear that? He wasn't successful in what he was attempting to do with his life. Now, 22 days later, after this video, what came out about Bryan Kohberger? He was fired as an aide. The females were complaining that he was creepy, eerie, disrespectful towards them, all this stuff. We know he never was able to hold a job. He had applied to the police department. He wasn't accepted there. He was a failure in life, that he was doing drugs, that he was stealing from his sister. This is all stuff we found out once he was arrested, 22 days after this video. So this person is going to be somebody that maybe tried to take a course and failed, was working in a job, failed. There was no more joy. The joy from everything was being taken from him. But he also felt that he could do anything he wanted. Okay? Right. So this is describing this person. So it's like, this would be a person, like if you had this person as a friend, it'd be like, what is wrong with you, bud? You can't do that. Okay? Do you hear what I just said there? If you had Bryan as a friend, you'd be, what are you doing, bud? You can't do that. Like what? Do you remember we found out later down the line after he was arrested that he had friends that were scared of him, that he threatened them, that they weren't fond of him, and all that stuff? Huh? Oh, yes, I can. You know, a failure at a lot of things, things not going the way that he intended them to go. And this is in his overall life. So like failing courses, really needing a certain course and maybe failing them, or really, really needing a certain job and to succeed at that, failing. Teaching job. I feel like there was a lot of things that he set out to accomplish but couldn't. Okay, so that tells us a lot. And this is somebody that, you know, you're not proud of. You're not proud to have this person as a friend. You see, hear that? Not proud to have this person as a friend. Thank you, Crafts and Crime. I will go and check it when we're done with this. Tammy Lynn, hi Willow, sending you good vibes from Taiwan. Wow. Would you be willing to do? I think I will, Tammy. I think I will, hon.
It could also be that his family is not very proud of him.
Right.
Okay,
He
so
stole
we
from
got
his
the
sister.
magician again.
Remember?
The magician again, to me, it's like, I'll do what I want and I'm going to make it happen. It's almost like he needs to manifest and make happen whatever he has going on in his mind, and
See?
believing that he is going to get away with or be able to do this. So he feels that he did it well enough and that he could do things well enough that he could cover this up, that it'll never be found out. I've also got the Ten of Swords, which also falls in with my Ancestor
Listen to
read.
this.
This is leaving a situation. You see that he's got his bags packed and everything here.
What did he do December, what was it, 15th or 18th? He left and he went back to where his parents live in Pennsylvania. He packed up and he left with his dad. Here you go. And this was December 8th, long before we knew that he had packed up and left.
It's the Ten of Swords. This is also bringing an end to a situation. Okay, and the bringing the end to a situation is going to relieve the sadness and stress. I believe that this is why he did it. If I can't have you, nobody's going to have you. I'm just going to take you right out of the picture. I can get past it and get over it because you're no longer here. This also talks about new opportunities for him. Something, a weight being brought, like taken off his shoulders. So I don't know if he maybe attempted to do something or say something. I don't know. But there's been a weight with him doing this. There's been a weight that's been lifted from him. I think that he was so overly obsessed with her that
Whoops. Pause. And this is where I said I believed since the beginning that his target was Kaylee.
This is what got him failing in other things, because he was so focused on her and getting
So
her.
I want to stop it
maybe
right here
making
for a
her-
second, you guys, because I want to bring up. Well, I'm just going to tell you. I found a picture because I said, well, you know, we know that he had Kaylee on one of his social media accounts, that he had sent messages that went unanswered, that she didn't reply to him. He also had Maddie on there. You know, Kaylee and Maddie are usually together, right? Also, what I came across, you're going to have to go back and look at my second last video that I did on Kohberger, where I brought out everybody saying, well, there's no connection. Bryan Kohberger got into Pullman, Washington, the beginning of June, because he started classes in July. Okay. What I found was Kaylee being at a bar like less than a mile from Bryan Kohberger's apartment, where she was in that bar celebrating her 21st birthday, and she wrote it on the wall. There's pictures of her standing beside the Coug. The bar is called the Coug. It's in Pullman, Washington. And she stands beside the wall that's in that bar where she signed the wall. Like, there's thousands of signatures all over that wall, you guys. It's that kind of bar, right? And it's basically University of Washington students that go there. Okay. I have in my second last video on Bryan Kohberger, I showed that picture. I can bring it back up again once we see this. Where she was in there. Was Bryan Kohberger in there? Right? Was he in that bar? Is that where he first encountered Kaylee and Maddie? Within a mile of his house, at his apartment in Pullman, Washington. It could be a red herring. We don't know. But I found it odd because they were saying there's no connection. Could that be a connection? Could he have been in the bar that night when Kaylee and Maddie were there? Let's continue.
Love him. I do feel like he was so obsessed, like he was in love with her. And I don't believe that this is the boyfriend at all. I believe that this is somebody who was really obsessed with her. Could it be him? It could, but I'm more leaning towards this is somebody who was overly obsessed with her and could not have her, because I see her shutting him down. And this is also the...
Okay, you see that? I see her shutting him down. She refused to answer his messages that he sent. They went unanswered. Okay. That came out fairly quickly after his arrest. That I think it was her sister or father that went through her phone or went through something. I don't know how they got access to it. I think they had cloud storage access or some kind of access. And they seen that he had messaged, but she never answered. That's her shutting him down. Tammy Lynn, thank you so much. Not sure if you ever used your Ancestor Day on the Nancy and G case. I've never even heard of that case, hon, but I'd love to hear your reading on it. I'll have to write that down. Let me write it down. On Nancy and G case. Okay. Let's continue. 10 of Swords is also an end, not only to the sadness and everything that he may have been feeling because he was being shut down by her. This is also an end to an addiction. I believe he was addicted to her, this obsession, this unconditional love that is like right off the wall because there was these feelings weren't reciprocated. There was nothing that he could say or do to get her to fall for him or to be with him. I've got the Knight of Wands. This is, he was very confident in what he did. So I do believe that he knew the layout of the house. I think that he was very restless leading up to this, but he was, no matter what, he was going to go. You hear that? That he knew the layout. We knew that he had been in the area, what did they say, 12 times? What did I just say there? See, look at that. Very confident in what he was going to do. I just said something else. Hang on. Let me just see. I think that he was very restless leading up. Okay, restless leading up to doing it. That's why he kept circling, you guys. He was restless, circling that place. What, 3 or 4 times he passed by before he finally parked and went in and did what he did? In my Ancestor read on this, I also, which was even before this read, I called it out that he came through that back slider. I claimed that Maddie and Kaylee were killed first, and then as he was coming down, I think he wanted to leave, but he might have seen Zaina coming out of her bedroom towards the kitchen to put maybe the food away or something, or coming back from the kitchen, and he chased her to her room where he did away with her and Ethan. I think Ethan was sleeping. So it's eerie for even me looking at. That's why I don't look back on my reads, you guys, but to this. But he was, no matter what, he was going to go forward with this. Okay. So what he planned to do, I believe it was planned, but I don't believe it was planned for very long. I believe that it could have been thoughts in his head. Like, if she doesn't give me a chance, I'm just going to get rid of her. So I don't have to see her with anybody else or stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I can end this addiction and an obsession with her, and move on to the next. If she's no longer on this earth, then I can let it go type thing. You know how he said and move on to the next? Remember that we also found out that there was a girl in Washington that was complaining that she thought somebody was coming into her place. So Bryan went in and installed video cameras for her, which he had access to. How many others was he watching? Oh my gosh. Thing. And this is something that there's an event that took place that required immediate action from him. Kaylee leaving. I do believe that this was her going to be leaving and going off somewhere else. And he was very passionate about this with her. He wanted this relationship. Let me go into, I'm going to ask here if we can get any more information about him here. What was he thinking? His thought processes, what was going through his mind when stop leading up to this and when he did this. And now, like, the Dragonfly Mermaid is like an attraction. There's the attraction again. And I think he shared that with somebody. 2 kittens, you must choose.
So he had a choice to make. The two kittens, you must choose. It was either she was going to be with him or he was going to get rid of her. The little wolf girl. This talks about being alone. So I believe he did this
See?
alone. There's only one perpetrator. I do believe he did this alone, and we do see the moon done at night under the guise of the moon. I don't know what the significance is of this horn. Could he have a gold chain with a horn on it of some kind? Or could he have given her a necklace? Because I'm being drawn to that necklace. Is this something he could have taken back from her?
Taken from
the two kittens. This is making a choice. He made the choice to do this. If I can't have you, this is like night and day. If I can't have you, nobody's going to have you. And this is the attraction. Okay. So that's more that we know about with her.
Is this not eerie, you guys?
Okay,
It's
so
coming
I want
out
to know
almost
now
a month before he got arrested.
What is being kept secret? Now,
No.
this could be from the perpetrator. This could be from the police. We don't know where this is going to come from. This is up to spirit. What is being kept secret? That is vital to this case. What is being kept secret? Okay.
Susan, you are in my prayers, and I will say a special prayer for you and your daughter in my prayers today. I hope everything turns out and she can get better quickly.
Let's see. What is being kept secret?
So now I asked what the police are keeping secret, what he
From
maybe
the perpetrator or the police.
There you go, from police or
Let's see what we
perpetrator.
got here. The high priestess. Ooh. This is telling me that this is not the time to take action. So I believe that this is in regards to the police. I'm going to put them where I feel they are belonging. There's some information that they have received that they are really keeping quiet about.
Okay, you hear that? This was on December 8th, you guys. There's something that they're keeping quiet about. That was the sheath. The DNA on the sheath.
And I do believe that this is something that they are going to be taking action on. I think this is going to be more of from we got the star and we've got the ace of cups. Okay. So we asked what's being kept secret. I believe with the high priestess, the police do have a suspect that they think did this. They do. I'm telling you right now, they do. Okay. Now is not the time for action because they're building their case against this person. They have been given something. Now, is this something of the perpetrators? Is this the perpetrator said something to somebody and that information has now come forward? The police know who did this.
Okay. Did you hear that? Was it something of the perpetrators, or did the perpetrators say something or do something? Something of the perpetrators. It's the sheath. And this is what I mean. Sometimes, you guys, things don't make sense when the read is actually happening because we weren't aware of any of this. So that's why it wasn't making sense to me, right? But I knew on December 8th that they had their guy and they had Bryan by that sheath. They just had to get it all put together.
I do believe they have a suspect. And not just persons of interest. I believe they have a suspect.
There you go.
And I believe that, and this has come out here, that they are looking into this person that has the Ace of Cups is a romantic connection. So I do believe that their suspect, they know, has some kind of romantic connection to one of those girls. And I believe personally it's Kaylee. I do believe that I don't know if they found something in writing because I'm seeing like a love letter or something in writing. This could be on social media.
There you go. They found, remember when it came out that they found on Bryan Kohberger's phone that he had Maddie and Kaylee on, he was following them on social media and sending them messages. There's something that they found of the perps regarding this perp that they know that he was infatuated with her or wanted some kind of relationship with her. They have proof of that. I think they're trying to get more because it's not enough. The Ace of Cups also talks about a new home. So this is either, I believe that this person they know that this person is not where they were, that there's someplace new. Okay, so I do believe they know exactly who they're looking for. But they need more to connect this person to the crime. See?
We've also got the Star. That's having faith, okay, that things are going bright. The perpetrator thinks that he got away with it. This is dumping out the old and starting new. I do believe that he thinks he's got away with this. But there are some changes that have happened with the police in this, okay? I do believe that they have a main suspect. I do believe that they have positive evidence about that, but it's challenging because it's not enough. I think that they may have even gone to the DA with what they have, and the DA has said it's not enough. You need more. But I'm also getting that there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. Hang on.
I'm
We're
just
going to
going to
get
play
some
a little
more.
bit more, you guys,
Let me
because
just
there's
take a
something
drink of my
really
coffee. I don't
interesting.
wanna
I
keep
believe it's
talking.
right coming up right here where it
I
mentions
think that they're
he was
honing in
giving
on it, you
lectures
guys.
or
I
something.
really do. But I honestly believe
Do you want
they
me
do
to?
have.
Do you want me to continue playing this, you guys, so you guys can hear at least that part, and then if you want to hear it all, you guys can go back and watch it. Yes, I did. Positive vibes. Yes, I did, and I'm going to release it to the public. Maybe tomorrow or the next day.
A suspect. And they're keeping very quiet about it. I think
And they
know.
did.
Anything more that you can tell us regarding what the police have that they aren't sharing? Anything more? Why are they keeping it secret? Why are they keeping the suspect secret? Let's see. Why are they keeping the suspect? This one wanted to come out, so I'm going to take it. Why are they keeping things so hush-hush? Let's see what we got here. You're unlike anyone else. Somebody's contradicted themselves.
And remember,
Somebody's
he did speak
contradicted
to the
themselves,
police.
you guys.
And maybe they found
Somebody's
contradictions there.
contradicted themselves. Mermaid and the Turtle and Quetzalcoatl and the Priestess of Time. Oh my gosh, you guys.
Hello,
Okay.
Sarah.
They've
Happy New
questioned
Year.
this guy. They have now found contradictions in his statement.
See? They questioned this guy, and they did talk to Bryan Kohberger. And he contradicted himself, is what my read is saying. We'll find out that in trial.
Man, this is going to be somebody older than them.
See? Older than them. He was 8?
The Mermaid and the Turtle is also telling me this is somebody who was obsessed with her. One of the girls. It's Maddie or Kaylee. I'm being drawn to Kaylee. But they've contradicted themselves. And that's what's made the police hone in on them. The time has come. Quetzalcoatl and the Priest of the Time tells me that the time has come and they're acting on this now. So I believe that they are gathering more. They're honing in on this one person. I think that if other things are being looked at, those are taking now a backseat to this guy. Let's see. Let's take some of the dark mirror and see what the dark mirror is going to give us as an overall of everything we've just discussed. And then we're going to go and see what is coming.
Okay, well, I'm going to stop it after this, you guys. If you want to see the full video, go check it out.
Okay, let's
It's
see what
on
we
my
got
channel
here.
under the live tab.
We got the
Back-
sacrifice. He had to sacrifice everything. Okay.
Whoops.
And this again, you guys,
Look at
and
the
the black
knife.
flower fragrance. This is revenge. I feel like he sacrificed something.
See
So
that knife?
either, like I said, he's either, the sacrifice is her too, because now he's no longer
the knife.
ever going to have a chance with her. He sacrificed his own feelings, sacrificed her. There's a female here with a big knife. See the knife?
Thank you, Sarah.
He
I appreciate
sacrificed
you.
her and his feelings, because in her being gone now from the physical world, he never has a chance now with her. I've also got the black flower fragrance. You know, when you get a black rose, it means death. So it's almost like that's why he sacrificed her, because he knew he had never had a chance with her.
Okay, so if you guys want to see that full video, I will link it. Actually, let me get the link now, and I will put it in the description of the video at the end of this video. There it is there. Thank you, sister. But yeah, when you see the whole video, I'm not sure if it comes out next or if it had already came out, that he worked for the college, he gave some kind of lecture. And don't forget, you guys, this is on the 8th of December, long before anybody knew anything about Kohberger. And like, go check out that video. Watch it right from the beginning. I didn't show the very beginning, and I haven't shown the end. So if you want to see that, go check it out. And I'm telling you, what comes out in there, it's just like, it blew my mind. Again, thank you very much, Sarah Smith. I appreciate it. It helps me to keep going and keep bringing you guys this stuff. So I appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. So yeah, it's, you know, and like I say, I'm not always spot on. A lot of this, and like a lot of people have been saying, oh my God, we got a snowstorm starting again. People aren't saying that. That's me. Look, a squirrel. It's a blizzard outside my window right now. We're in for another huge snowstorm, you guys. So I'm just looking at it now. And now I'm going to forget what I was saying. It does says it's snowing there too. Yeah, like I was saying, you guys, this last month, a lot of people are like, you're not doing any updated reads. You're not. I have been in a bad place this last month. I fractured my tailbone, cracked 2 ribs, and now I just found out that my x-rays have said that my back I'd already broken my back like 25 years ago. And the most recent x-rays back in June showed movement, but now it's 10 times worse than that because of the fall. So now I don't know what we're going to do. He wants me to talk to a surgeon to see about maybe surgery. But I mean, this last month, it happened on December 6th when I fell on the stairs. And I've just recently been able to get up and around a bit more. I would never wish it on anybody. I'm telling you. So that is why I haven't, if I am not in a good headspace or feeling my best, it affects my reads. Oh, thank you, Positive Vibes. It's good. Like, I'm getting better. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's just time. You know what I mean? But that time, once it's gone, you can't get it back type thing, you know? Like, that irritates me because I've always got to be doing something. I'm not one to be able to sit and do nothing. I have to be, I know sometimes I'm doing 3-4 things at once. That's probably why my mind is all over the place and I forget things. Like I'm sitting here doing a video and I'm looking at something else that I've got to remember now, because that's for the next video that I got coming out, and I'm marking it down as I'm doing this video. So it's like I've always got a few things on the go. Thank you. Thank you, Miss Ryan. You're so beautiful. So jolly. I'm so jolly, Miss Always Right, Ryan. Beautiful. But thank you for that. You sound like me, Willow. I do 4 things at once. Yeah, like I'm doing dishes, cooking something on the stove, cleaning up in the living room, and writing a shopping list. You know what I mean? Like I'm always, and then when I'm not doing something, like my mom would say to me all the time, just relax, sit back, kick back, watch some TV. I don't watch TV. If I watch anything, I'll check out the couple of channels that I do watch. Like Ryan Hall, y'all. This morning I was watching him because one of our mods lives in upper Florida there by the Appalachians or whatever it is by Tallahassee. So I was watching that and messaging my sister, message Missy, make sure she's all right. And I'm going to have a doorbell ring in about 2 seconds, you guys, because I see a package coming. Let's see if they do ring my doorbell this time. And they did. Give me a second. Thank you. Drive safe. Oh, sorry about that, you guys. No, that is a Temu order, sister. Thank you very much. She's Avon calling. No, my sister got me hooked on this Temu. I must have ordered about 25 diamond paintings now. Oh, he's coming back with another one. Hang on. I think. Is he coming to? Oh, yes, he's coming. Hang on. Again, thank you. You didn't see this one right away? Thank you so much. Ooh, smells good. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. Well, my sister got me hooked on Temu, and it's like I've got about 25 diamond paintings now that I've ordered, and it's like then I'll just go on and look, and I see all these new ones, and it's like I need it. Oh my gosh, you guys. Thank you so much, Susan. Miss Always Right says, I watch YouTube on iPad, play an online casino game on laptop, and coloring crochet all the I get you, girl. Like there's some days like when I've got a lot to show you guys. I've got my screens on my desktop computer. I've got my iPad open. I've got my laptop open, and I'm on my phone trying to get everything together. Like it's like I just put I don't know if my sister has seen it yet, but I put on my personal Facebook. I put on there this is how good I am with technology. I say something somewhere and it's like, where is it? I have no idea where it was saved. So it's like, sister, I saved something somewhere. I can't find it. What do I do? It is addictive. Yes, it is very addictive. And it's like, at least it's a positive addiction. I haven't drank, you guys, in years. I've got 2 big bottles of wine that I was hoping to maybe have even a little bit at Christmas. It didn't end up happening, but I won't drink by myself. So, and my daughter didn't drink anything because she's still breastfeeding, which I think is going to be stopping soon. But anyway, so she wasn't going to have any wine. My son doesn't drink. My boarder doesn't drink. Nobody drank, so I wasn't going to drink. but I still have them. And now it's like I don't even want to attempt to drink it because if I fall down, like I'm done. I mean, it doesn't take much anymore to get me tipsy or drunk. And it's like that's going to be my luck. Exactly. Positive vibes. Me too. Drank way too much in my younger years. And it's like 60 hits you like a brick wall. Believe me. Host a live. And we can all drink a glass at the same time together. I love you, Ryan. I think it was like 4 years ago. I don't know. My sister can answer. Because she used to drink, Des, you used to drink that. What were you doing? Them Hagenbogger shot things or whatever. We'd be on a FaceTime. And I think I don't know, my sister will remember better than me, but I think it was like 4 years ago, the last time I ever, like I call her up, I'd get some wine into me, some baby duck. I love baby duck. Oh my God, sparkling baby duck. Or I'd have some wild berry coolers. They're vodka coolers. Really, really nice. Really, yum. But I got drinking one night and I called her and she says, "Are you drinking?" Because it had been the first time in a while. So she had some Hagenbogger shots or something with me. Oh, it was funny. And we had a drink together on FaceTime. Fun times, fun times. And S with an alligator. Oh, hang on a sec, you guys. Oh my gosh, I got giggling there. And Susan says, "Amen. I with you, Willie. 64 changed a lot for me." Yeah, takes forever to recover now. And my doctor was actually impressed at how well I have been recovering because he said 8 to 12 weeks before I could start even bending over again would be probably 8 weeks. And I can at least bend. If I drop my pen on the floor, I still can't bend over that far to pick it up. I use one of those picker-upper things. But like say, like, I don't know, like bend over to get something off of my coffee table. I can do it now. And he's impressed. And the recent x-rays they did, they said that it was healing up really good. So it says it's a shot like a sweet tart. She calls it an S with an alligator. Hello, Truth Sleuth Aaron, and welcome. So yeah, there's that. I forget what even started that conversation, you guys. But anyway, so there we have it. I just wanted to get that out there so people, can understand why I'm saying I know they've got like 110% more than what we've even seen because they very quickly sealed everything. So all we can go by is what they had in the probable cause. And the probable cause was before they really started the investigation. Like they investigated to find who did it. And then they started investigating him. They started search warrants and getting subpoenas for Amazon and Twitter and Facebook and this and that. And the amount of information that they found out now, they've searched his apartment. They searched his office. They searched his car. They searched his parents' house. We have a list of things that they said they took, but we don't know if anything was found on that. We also got that dog hair. Did that dog hair come back to Murphy? You know what I mean? So there's so much that we don't know. And I don't want to speculate. I want to see the trial. Like I said, I'm 90% sure they got the right guy. But there's that 10% that could change my mind. Right? Oh my gosh, Truth Sleuth. Oh yes, I agree. I agree. So there is, my sister just put the link again for that read that we just went over that I did on December 8th, long before we even knew Bryan Kohberger existed. Go take a watch and you're going to be surprised. And like I said, I'm not always right. Somebody just asked if I would release the Savannah Soto read that I did. I did do that read. The members have all been able to see it. I did release it to the members who have memberships. And I went back and I watched it again. And it's like, that's why I usually do a follow-up read in a few days. Because I did get in there that there's a heated, aggressive argument. It's over money. There's a big, huge money thing here. Somebody was jealous. I was thinking it could be an ex or something. Well, it's a customer, right? So a lot of things now make sense. I didn't put it all together. Well, I did, but I didn't. You know what I mean? So that's one, and you'll see, you guys will see when you see the video, a lot of it is spot on. But I really question myself if that is that what it is? Is that what I'm supposed to see? You know what I mean? And that's just me misinterpreting certain things wrong. The cards were telling me I was just interpreting some things, not all, but some of it wrong. I did get that there was 3 people. Now, is that there was 3 people involved or there was 3 people when it happened? If it's 3 people when it happened, it's Christopher, Matthew, and Savannah, right? Or does it mean 3 other people were involved? Christopher, his father, and whoever threw that towel in the truck. Also, the 3, they were arrested on January 3rd, because in the video I said there's an arrest coming and it's going to be quick. And the 3, I said this 3 is significant. They were arrested on January 3rd. And they were arrested 3 hours after I did that read. Or something like that. Was it 3 hours later that it came out? You'd have to go and watch that video too. But when I release it, I'll either release that tomorrow or the following day, to give you guys something in between this and Sundays, because Sundays I do the live mini reads for you guys. They were found 3 hours after the read. Okay. And then they were arrested. They arrested the perpetrators on the 3rd. Okay. Thank you. See, sister? Sister's got to keep me on topic and on point. So I did the read. They were found 3 hours after the read and arrested on January 3rd. And I said that 3 that came out in the Ancestor read was important. Yeah, people are writing, and I see yours. I see yours. You don't see, do you not see what my sister, that my sister just wrote? I don't know why that would be. And then my sister just put this too on the 3rd. They were arrested. Oh, you're not seeing any of that. So either you could have those people blocked or they've got you blocked. It could be, or it could be YouTube just messing up again. But I'm seeing you. I'm seeing you. Let me go over here. Yeah, I'm seeing you on in my YouTube studio and on my StreamYard. Oh, yes. Click on the top. Crafts and Crime just said, click it to all messages, not top messages. So at the top of your chat, you can check live chat. If you check live chat, you'll get all the messages. That's okay. You're good. You're good. So Truth Aaron, at the top of your chat box, there's a little thing that says live chat or top chat. Make sure you have live chat selected. You're very welcome. And thank you. Where'd you go? Crafts and Crime. Thank you so much. And Positive Vibes. Thank you. Yes, also check and see if your device needs to, the YouTube app needs to be updated on your device, whichever device you're using. That's weird, eh? That is weird. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap it up, you guys. It's almost 2:00. We've been at it for almost 2 hours here. So let's wrap it up. I just want to bring that out to you again. I will link that read. Let me just get over here. I don't know if I can. Where'd she put that? Here it is. There is the link there in chat. I can't copy it. Anyway, I will put it also in the description of this video as soon as we end the live. I think actually I can do it right now. Hang on a second here. Because if I don't do it now, you guys, I'm going to forget. Okay. Okay, there it is there. Okay, let me, bang, got the link. Okay, let's go back here. Boom, 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 live. No, I don't know if I can edit this while I'm live. Yes, I can. Whoops. Okay, so let me just, I'm going to put it in right now. Okay. There we go. Save. Changes saved. Okay, so there is a link to that video in the description now below. So you guys will have it. Truth, Sleuth, and Aaron, I'll definitely check for an update. Thank you so much for all your help for a long time. I didn't have the option to change the quality of the video, so I had to do a factory reset. Oh, geez. I hate them factory resets. Oh, but you're welcome anytime. And I think, yeah, I think I'm going to do an update read as to what is going to come about. Maybe I will do a live one where you guys can ask the questions. I'll say, like, give me a super chat. Ask your question, because that helps keep my channel going, you guys. So I may do a live and put the option, if you guys like, I'll have some questions that I'm going to ask. And if you guys want specific questions, you can throw me a super chat to do so. That just helps cover my time. Susan, thanks, Willow. Have a great day. Have fun with your Timu. It's all paintings. It's all diamond paintings. So, but thank you. And you have a great day too, love. You're very welcome, Miss Wright Ryan. Okay, so with that, you guys, I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to end it like I always do. Thank you, mods, for being here. And like I say, please take care of yourselves. You're welcome, K. Mitch. Thank you for being here too. And sister. And what are is any other mods in here? For all the mods, thank you, thank you. You guys rock. You're the best. So please take care of yourself. Please stay safe. Always be aware of your surroundings. I love you guys to the moon and back. Bye-bye for now.